Hi, Camilla. Yes. All right. Dude, the YouTube just connected. We're in. Things are happening for us. Great. Okay. Oh, what? Now we're on YouTube. We're the best. I'm going to ring the bell. All right. Welcome. Welcome to class 11-12. You're a huge success. We managed Georgetown and dance all summer. No one can take away from you. We'll have done the whole thing. Woohoo! Yay! So, when I originally planned this summer of adventure, there was no COVID. This was a separate project, 100% from Heaven on Wednesday. So it is a surprise to me what and how we're using this time in this space, and I'm so delighted that we already had it on our schedule. So how great is that, right? So we're going to continue on. We're going to a class. We'll have one that'll meet at 6:30, which is a regular start. Go over basic shapes and the foundational movement that we worked on at the beginning. It will help us smooth out transitions and work more deeply into all of the postures and positions, which I have to say, it's just going to be dreamy. So I hope that you can all make it because it's going to be really, really fun. And then at 7:30, if you feel confident playing the triple on the free, we're going to start to work more variations of the fast patterns and more variations on the slow. So
I am the host now.
Yep, Leslie so I'm gonna just go over to Facebook and watch the live stream over
I guess
there.
I will too. I think my iPad's charged up. I assume this is, yeah.
Because it's just too many. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have the live feed up and she's not in front of it. So like she needs to know to get in front of the
Okay. Oh,
wait, she's back.
Heather, good job switching to that one. We got Wheel of Death. Oh no, meeting is back. Jody's back. Heather's back.
Go to Facebook.
Sweet. Hey. Yeah, so it's gonna be one of those.
Apparently.
Okay.
Where went Tammy?
Hopefully. So they're definitely being thrown off and coming back in on this. So it's going poorly for them on their end. I'm really sorry, you guys. So let's get Ava a spot. You can have any. There's a spot right in the middle if you want to be this person or you hit the butt, do what you gotta do. I'm still trying to have a right here in the center. So we're gonna go around and we are gonna say our own names and everyone is gonna cheer that we got here. Let's start with the gals that are online. We got Heather. Yay! And Jody. Yay, Jody! We're cheering for you now. Yay, Tammy, come back. Tammy, we miss you. Internet. Go ahead.
Lyanda.
Yay!
Amy.
Amy!
Camilla.
Camilla!
Eva.
I'm so happy to be here. So I'm gonna put this down. We'll get started with our plans for the day. So as we were discussing, this is week 11 of 12. And so my theme for the evening is we're gonna work on transitions. So we're gonna start off working just on our warm up and taking a really solid moment to get ourselves together. So we're gonna do like real seated meditation, like old school back in the studio. So if you would just get yourselves organized in a comfortable seated position, and I will get some really super groovy music playing for us. So we're gonna do 2 minutes of breathing, no particular plan. Arrive. We'll go through our warm, we'll get the body really warm. We're just gonna steep and have some times. Drop our right ear toward our right shoulder. Pulling into the side of the head. Chin to chest. Opening the ears, the Gently making half circles. Closing our eyes. Lightly. Taking the head around in a full circle. Going back the other way. Head back on top of the spine, curves over the shoulders, rock our way forward into our hands. Coming into the hands and knees on the mat, pushing the back up to the sky, eyes on the belly button, opening between the shoulder blades. Feeling a deep connection between the hands and legs, ground, and changing, eyes up, tail up, look up. Switch. Flying back to neutral, looking behind and your top, and letting that wave follow through the side of the body, feeding the hands against the mat, picking them up, and letting your hands come off the ground as you turn your head, awakening through the side of the body. Hands flat to the ground, toes turn under, pushing back. Weight into the heels of the hands and feet, let your head hang. Walking the feet to the hands. Bend your knees, upper body lays on the thighs, arms are going to sweep, rising up. Exhale, hands down. Hold the hands on the hips. Putting a pin right here at the top of our ribs and just rotating around from that space. Really opening, fanning the ribs out, getting into the intercostal muscles. Other way. Letting the shoulder blades glide over the spine. Body back up tall, pushing the hips in a circle. Push. Head and hips at opposite ends of the same post. Nice big opening through the front of the body and the back of the body. Other way and push. Back up. Rolling shoulders. Other way. Right shoulder's going back. Just the shoulder. Then we're going back with the elbow. And then we're going to take the whole arm. Sweep, look with your eyes. And forward. Shoulder. Elbow. Whole arm. Right here. Circling front. And just let it go. Nice and quick. Hand sinks to the bottom. Other shoulder. Back. Follow with your eyes. Again. Taking the opportunity to feel the difference in the 3 stretches. Last one. Coming forward. Yes. Hands up at your heart. Pressing down. Thumbs tight. Hold it nice and strong. Send the hands up. You're going to tuck the chin. Come down with the fingers. Roll through the spine all the way to the ground. Pulling from the base of the spine, drag your hands back up last. Stacking everything back up. Pull from the elbows, pull from the hands. Reach for the sky. This time we're going to go down and bend the knees. Coming down. those knees and sink your tailbone down. Inhale, rises first. Heavy hands from the back up to the center. Elbows raised, hands pull up overhead. Sweeping around the outside. Again. We're going to step back. Up high. Circling. Yes. The other way. Ankle, add it in. Up and tap it down. Yes. Up. Hold the balance. Stir the pot with your foot and then with your ankle. Another way. Foot and knee. Add it in. Yeah. And turn it sideways. Really deep sweep the arms. Exhale, arms down, big toe. Hands up. We're going to center ourselves either sideways or facing forward on your mat, whatever you're more comfortable with. We're going to add some spinning to our warm-up. So we're going to begin first. Hands up. Sink your shoulders down. We're going to center. Other way. Center. Center. Up center. And back. Top of the spine. You can create the eyes in place if you start to feel uneasy. And hold the beach ball. We're going to walk the feet out. Get in there deeper. Yeah! Bring the fingertips down. Stand up tall and wrap the arms around the body. Hands out. Legs wide. We're going to turn. And we're going to come into lunge. Back to squat. Into lunge. Your speed is up to you. Should feel good on your legs. Also building strength. So you should feel both effort and stress. We're going to do last one. That's it. Back right center. Hold it open. Hands out. Hands up. Up on the toes. Hold. Tap. 2. 4. Last one. And we're holding 10. Hands back. Safety. 5. 4. 3. 2. Stand up tall. Heel toe in. Bravo. Roll the shoulders. Legs going to the sides. Stop. Here we go. Side. Activating all of our fluids, all of our posture, all of our carriage, all of our strength. Second side. Go 5. 3. 4. And 1. Hands behind our head. We're going to go opposite knee, opposite elbows. Working it out. If it's not possible for you to do the standing, you can lay down and also do a big squeeze on the abs. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last set. Right here, kick your seat, flex foot, bring your legs up. Yeah. Over. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Are you all on door duty?
Yeah, I'll close it down. Thank you so much. All right, so we got Tammy on both. How great is that? Right, we're everywhere all at once. So I love being us. I'm gonna go ahead and take my shrug off. If anybody wants a little sip of water, go ahead and grab one. We are gonna head in to a little bit of moon glow. So my intention with this first flow that we're gonna do is to make some very clear stops. Feel free to grab your scarf. If you'd like, you can transition to putting your shoes on. We won't be back on the floor again. So if you want to wear a down shoe or your street shoe, you're welcome to. So this evening, we're going to talk about transitions, and there are 4 different kinds of transitions in this style of belly dancing. And the first one, obviously switching from a slow move to another slow move. Yeah? So because all of the slow moves, I can wait till you guys are ready. I'll be tying my belt on, talking about something different with these gals here. We're just settling our mats down and stuff. So just give us 1 second to reset the scene here. Can you guys hear okay online? Yeah? Cool. And you can see on both cameras? Do you need them adjusted? You can see okay? Perfect. Okay, great. Love it. Here we are looking fabulous, hopefully feeling fabulous. Big plans, big dreams. So we're going to do our Moon Glow, which is my new favorite song I'm obsessed with. We have been dancing to it every week. It's from the Cotton Club, so it's a 1920s era song. So you know it's going to work its way into the repertoire for the whole year because I'm obsessed. Yes. And I love everything about the moon image, the full moon image, and our frame drums and all of that. So look forward to lots more Moon Glow coming in our future. But what I wanted to say about slow to slow transition is we have to find where the movement centers before we switch to the next move. So that can be just as simple as just giving yourself permission to complete a movement when there are multiple steps to a slow move, and not panicking because the music has changed and gotten quick and you think that something should be happening. We always have to complete whatever it is that we started. So if we began, we're just going to do a couple for me to give you examples. Yeah, so all together, I'm going to turn my back to you so that you can do them in the same time. So just for the top scene, we're going to drop the right hip down and scoop. And here I am in the center. What will I do next? I need to finish this movement out over here on the left side. Cool. So let's just come up and in. Find that movement here before I switch to the side. Go. Love it. And then we're going to add torso twist. So I'm going to reach out, right, left, and I'm turning my body. I'm coming back, and my upper body turns into a shell. I'm going here. Now the music has changed. Should I panic and just stop? No, I have to finish. Right? I have to bring my left hand back, and I have to bring myself back to the center. So before anything can shift, especially with some of the longer combinations we've been doing, like the wraparound turn and my brain, right? This little propeller turn, you know, they all have a finish, right, to the move. So if something were to shift with the sound and you're like, oh, things are getting spicy, but I'm still finishing this other thing, better just throw it out the window. Don't throw, yeah? Just, you're in charge, yeah? Just stay calm, stay centered, complete what you're working on, yeah? And that will come later, yes? But for now, we're just going to really calmly go in between a couple of movements, yeah? So I'm just gonna lead you from one thing to the next thing. Groovy. And then I'll give you 2 moves to do on your own after this. Does anybody have a special move that they want me to do for sure in the flow that you'd like to see again that we've been working on? Does anybody have a special request? No? Okay, great. We'll just do fun things then. Here we go. So what I hope your experience was that every time I completed a movement and then began a new movement, that you could feel where the energy shift was supposed to be according to where I was moving. And it's pretty good. It's confusing clockwise and counterclockwise in the live stream because that reverses it for you, but it should be pretty straight ahead, follow one person here. So what I hope for you, I'm going to put a little music on for you. I'd like to give you the job of just choosing 3 moves. Yep. And you're going to go in between those 3 slow moves just by yourself. You don't have to take anybody else with you. And we don't have to do a million things. So one of the things that's really, I think, tough for us is that we want to be really, really super entertaining. And so we think that we need to do like a bunch of stuff, but really our best strategy is just to stay calm. We look super awesome. We're gonna look great. And there's a bunch of us, we're gonna look really pretty together. And we need to just hold this line, right? Like think about like the snake, you know, like the slow undulation of the snake. And we really like, you know, we want to feel that power. Yeah. So what 3 moves would you like to choose, Tammy? Do you have 3 favorites that you would like to practice going on to the next?
Yes. Propeller turn.
I'm happy to give suggestions too.
Oh, you're freezing. Sorry.
Propeller turn.
Propeller turn. Hip figure 8s.
Yep,
and camel.
You got it. Sweet. So Tammy's got propeller turn, camel, and tuxedo with the hips. Sweet. What are you going to do, Heather?
I also like the camel, the snake arms, and the tuck seam hips.
Hmm.
That was 3.
You got it. I like it. You know, you can do the snake arms by themselves or with the tuck seam hips, so you can mix and match those 3 buddies. Like it. What you got, Jody?
I like the wrap turn. I
Yep.
can't remember this one. I don't remember names.
And that's camel. I know it's a.
The camel and the body wave.
You got it. So we got body wave, camel, and wraparound turn. What 3 things would you like? What 3 things?
Jody, how does camel start?
Huh.
I chose that one. Now I realize I don't know how to cue it.
Like,
Okay.
oh, how does camel start? I think it's like up, and then down. There's like a little like toe thing, and I'm not quite sure. And when I turn my cameras off, you guys, it's because she doesn't freeze up as much if I turn off my camera. Is that how camel starts? Hard because we haven't done it as much lately, so I wasn't really. Maybe she would show us.
Tammy,
Yes.
I've got where on the camel, you start with your toes up, arms like this, or this way, right this way, and then
Okay. Oh, yes. Yep. I've got it. Thanks, Heather. There. Yes. There was some of the training moves she mentioned, but okay. Here we go.
Plan 2 hot minutes doing your 3 moves. 1 nice slow move to the next. Yeah. If you don't want to be in the video, you can turn your screen off if you want. That's totally fine. I can put this in the speaker view. It won't be that interesting later to watch the empty garage door, but that's fine. You know, people don't have to. So it's your choice.
If I turn my video off, you freeze just a tiny bit less. So that's part of it.
Here comes your music. What I love about the slow moves is that they're all arrhythmic. You really can't do it wrong. You just lean into it. Yeah. It's okay if when you're practicing by yourself, you find that you're going to need some help with your practice in the future. Up and in, up and in. You have 20 seconds left by yourself. Three, 2, and stop. So let's go ahead and roll your shoulders. Yeah. Cool. And open. And roll in. Did anybody feel like they could remember all 3 and they could get from one to the other? Yeah? It's okay? a good start? It's a good start, yeah. And really, like being a leader, it's better to practice by yourself first because the pressure is off you. You know what I mean? Like it's maybe easier to focus on practicing your leading when someone is with you because it gives you that energy and intensity. But if you can bring yourself to practice, like just give yourself 2 minutes, give yourself 3 moves, just like we did today, right? Just you could use even just the ones from today to get you started. So you have like a little thing. So what we're gonna do with the last 2 minutes is I'm gonna lead you through your combos. Yeah? So tell me again yours. We'll start with that. Tuck seam, torso twist, propeller turn. What do we got next? Adding my snake arms on top, so I'm pulling that elbow on the side. Away from the elbow. Torso twist, I reach forward left, body goes left. I put my shoulders back on the shelf, reach right and twist right. And what do we have next, Charlie?
Snake arms, propeller turn, and camel.
I'm going to choose Noah's cover. You know what you want?
Oh, the tuck-in with bigger propeller turn and the
Sweet. Do we have anything different on yours, Ava? Sweet, we did them all. Cool. So I think we did at least something everybody was working on. Heather, did you get to see everything from your combo? Cool. So one of the things I think that's tricky that we're going to do in more detail when we come back in the next set is we're going to work on making the movements really minute. Yeah, because what it makes this form really special is that it's very sculptural. So we are almost like growing out of this base, right? So if we think about our basic posture with our feet together, right, and then we want to come a little bit of tension through the low abs, lift through the chest, take the shoulders and put them on the shelf, and then elevate from the elbows. So we have this like very super lifted and still body. Yeah. And so we need to hold that, and we're just going to work on it forever. Love us. Woo-hoo. After a time, we start to be able to add things on the top. Like we'll be able to put the hand floreo over the top of these shapes, and that's going to bring a lot to it. I don't know if anyone has had a chance to look at any of the, I've been posting a couple flows that Fat Chance Bell to do on Fridays. And you'll see this combination we're doing right here, they'll have this, right, with the hand floreo, and it just gives it a whole different mood. And it's like, how could that be exactly what we were already doing, right? And now all of a sudden you look like, you know, a beautiful goddess creature from another planet, yeah? So we're just gonna keep on refining and working into getting all of these shapes, right? Together, together, together. Yes? Cool. So is there any question about how to switch from a slow move to a slow move? No. Cool. It is 7:15 right now, which puts us at about the halfway point in our class. So why don't we have a little sip of water? Yeah, you can go ahead and stretch your arms out, and then we'll start again in about 3 minutes. If anyone needs the restroom, you know it's inside to the right. Yeah, cool.
I do have a question, Leslie.
Slow transition.
Yeah. If you're switching from a move that ends the hands one way and the next move starts the hands the other way, do you just move them there?
Yep. do you have an example point? Are you talking about like you were doing, like, for example, let me take you from if we were doing tuxium with the hand floreo and you wanted to start a propeller turn, your hands have to start overhead propeller turn. Yeah?
Yeah.
They have to. So you know that I'm going to set up for it because it's part of the cue that I'm beginning this other move that I move my hands overhead. Because when I get my hands up overhead, even though there's not like a particular count, there are setups for all the slow moves, right? There's a setup, there's a cue, there's a finish. So, yeah. So just like, for example, down here, let's say I want to do a propeller turn where my hands are up. I'm just going to float them up. And that's how I know I'm getting started on business, right? But I'm still, as I lift my hands, I'm still always holding the form, you know, so I'm still in this like big, you know what I mean? Like I still am holding the shape as my hands rise. Yeah. And like if I wanted to, over time, when we become more experienced leaders and followers, you can do some things on the way. Yeah. Okay. But right now I'm just kind of keeping it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, there's all kinds of strategy, like this little buddy, like, so here we are, right, we're doing this. So maybe we would like to turn around and then we get here and we just need to get the and ready to start the next one. So as your vocabulary builds, you'll find more things that are similar so that there's not such a long trip between, you know.
It seems like you always pass your arms through on the shelf.
There's only a few positions, right? There's like this, right? Like it's up, it's out on the shelf, it's asymmetrical, but it's still on the shelf. Do you know what I mean? Like it's all you know, and there's some, you know, sometimes your hands pass through the center this way, or they pass through the center this way, and they fold aside. But it's there's a really cool, I actually just posted it in the ATS group. There's a really interesting interview with Masha Archer, who is Carolina Enriqueo's instructor. If you guys are all interested in this talk, I'd be happy to share it with everybody, if you guys agree. So Masha Archer was Carolina Enriqueo's instructor, and there's an interview with her from the mid-'80s that I posted in our ATS Facebook group. I highly recommend you take a look at it. It's so beautiful. She's amazing, and she's wearing like the most incredible jewelry and fabulous textiles. And her like inspirational talk about costuming is like, and this is 1985 when she's giving this talk, right? So it's like she talks about like how what they're doing is modern folk dancing, that it's new and fresh, but that it's basically a look at folkloric dancing from all of these related, you know, parts of the world. And her costume is amazing, the people with her are amazing, and you can see all of our basic movements are present. You know what I mean? Like even in this performance from 1985 and her vision. And they ask her why they're wearing the turbans, and she basically tells them, because it's fabulous. She says pretty much like, you know, because every woman looks elegant, every woman looks beautiful, and why wouldn't we? Do you know what I mean? It's like, great. So, yeah. So anyway, the turban is optional at this point. It's not as a mandatory piece of the look as it used to be, but yeah. There's a bunch of like headband looks, and people wear flowers and do other, you know, similar but not the same things. So. Does anybody have any other questions before we get rolling again? Does anybody want the restroom or any of those things? Okay, it's about to get exciting. It's quiz time. What? Pop quiz? So here's the fun quiz part, right? So we're gonna talk about, I'm gonna try and stay in the video for you guys. So we're gonna talk about how you switch from a fast move to a fast move. If anybody wants a closer spot, you're welcome to, you know. So how we switch from one fast movement to another fast movement. Yes? So whether or not you have really ever thought about this, the transition between the movements is already built into the actual movements. So the way that you're supposed to switch from one quick movement to another quick movement, you always are changing on what foot? Right foot, yeah? We're always changing on the right foot. And I would also suggest that you're always changing on the one. Yeah, if you understand what's going on with your tunes, if it gets away from you, that's fine. But you know, like it's easier for everyone to follow if you're grouping your movements in like 2, 4, 6, 8, you know, something that's like feels like, you know, it's more important to feel like we're all riding the same carriage. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got the cadence and everything is happening for us, than to be really, really tricky. Yeah? Cool. Okay, so in good news, the way you can tell what move is coming should be pretty straight ahead. So I'm going to give you guys a little quiz. If I were standing forward and I'm up on my toes, what move am I going to do? This is for a fast move. So there's only four fast things, right? So we have, I'm on my toes. I'm on both toes, and I'm facing forward. This is good information, right? Like if we're not sure what I'm talking about. Shimmy step, yeah?
Shimmy.
Because I'm facing square, and my feet are either in parallel or the right foot is just slightly in front. Yeah. So in the four fast moves, right, we have Egyptian, we have Arabic, we have shimmy step, and we have choo-choo. So I'm not trying to like, this is like, there's actually no failing this quiz, right? We're all gonna get 100 on this quiz. This is how this is gonna go. So once again, if I'm facing forward and I'm on my feet, what move am I starting? Shimmy step. If I have the right foot in front and the left foot is behind and I'm off to the angle, what move am I gonna do? Arabic. If I'm facing the front, but my left foot is flat and the right foot's on the ball, what am I going to do? Egyptian. If I was angled, but my left foot is flat and my right foot is on the ball, what am I going to do? Choo-choo. Yeah? So you know what I'm going to do next because of the way the body positions relate to the feet. Yeah? Does that make sense? That makes sense to us here too? Great. Okay, so just one more time. 4 different foot positions, yes? Because really all we have for the transition, and this doesn't mean that they're the only 4 things you can do with your feet, but this is how you switch from one move to another move, right? So if I'm here and I'm on the ball, the right foot, and the left foot's flat, what am I going to do? Egyptian. If I'm angled and I'm on the ball, and it's flat, what am I going to do? Choo-choo. If I'm angled but I'm on the balls of the feet, what am I going to do? Arabic. If I am on the balls of the feet but I'm forward, what am I going to do? Shimmy step. What if I'm flat? Gwazi. Right. It's a gwazi shimmy. Cool. So we should have really good information about what is to come. Yes? Because we understand what's happening. You cannot always see the feet. Do you know what I mean? This is more information for you, like for when you're the leader, just to be clear about how to switch and when to switch. Because we might have really super enormous skirts on, or we're just performing in a space where we don't see a bunch of stuff. I just want to tell you guys that I totally watched them dance on the wall last week after our class, and you guys should do it like when we're done. They're setting up like a rigging point on the top of the wall. Hey Terry, what's up? Hi friends. This is belly dancing class. Ah, they're doing vertical dancing. They're doing aerial dance on the wall. I know, have fun. I know, this is a cool place to be. I'll take you guys on the Facebook to see them. Yeah, if you want to see the aerial dance, we'll pop over there when we're done dancing. I'll leave it running on the iPad. If anybody wanted to make a note to themselves, you're welcome to. This is also on our record for later. So I hope that like, yeah, cool. Does that make some sense?
Yeah.
How to switch? Yeah, light bulbs, right? So it's like, we do know all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, sometimes we just have to stop, do you know what I mean? And say it out loud. Sometimes like, it just depends on who you are. Like, sometimes you need to write it down. And sometimes you need someone to say it to you in words. And sometimes you just need to do it a lot of times until you just know it. And then you never think about it. I'm that person that never, you know what I mean? Like, it takes a long time for me to intellectualize something that's physical. So the only reason that I have so much information is because I have been thinking about it so much because I want you to have all of the choices in the world, right, for how to understand and work with it. So we're gonna switch now. Without worrying about the arms and without worrying about zills, without worrying about anything, we're just going to switch in between the 4 positions, yeah? And so I'm going to do it for you for a minute, and then you guys are going to continue on your own, yeah? And you can't do it wrong, I just need you to practice, yeah? And if you find when you're practicing that you are confused about the movements and how many you can do in each one, then it's just time to look at your notes and practice and look back at this stuff. And I actually have to say, I think that the practice sessions on Zoom are actually pretty satisfying for this style of dancing. You know, if you don't have a person that you can practice with in person, it's decent. Do you know what I mean? Like to have someone turn their back to you on the screen and follow the slow and the quick, and then you can't really get, you know, it's not exactly the same, but it's not bad. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we just need a buddy to work with and stuff. So, you know, they'll give you 45 minutes for nothing. So anyway, let's get it cooking. If anybody needs a sweatshirt, don't be shy to put one on, and the sun's going down here. Okay. Anybody here got any questions? We're all cool. All right. So let's see. I have picked out special music for all this. I left myself notes because I like. I wrote on your quiz! Exclamation point. Just kidding. All right. Good joke. Okay. So let's do. We're going to use this track. This is from the Fat Chance Bellydance Slow and Fast album. The songs on there are labeled slow and fast. So if you're uncertain whether a song should have slow moves or fast moves, they made them. You know, so you can purchase them and you can download them. This is called Fast, and it is called Fast Moves Maksum. Maksum is a 4-beat rhythm. So you're going to hear the doom on the 1 and the 3. Yeah. And I'm gonna. Boop. Right. So it's doom, tech, tech, doom, tech, doom, tech, tech, doom, tech, and just like 1, 2, 3, 4. And you hear doom, doom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm gonna get our easier for me than not. You don't have to. Combination, yeah, from one to the other. Yeah, so I'd like you to use all 4 foot patterns. I don't care if you do the arms, I don't care particularly if you do the cues. If you know them, it's easier, I think, actually to practice them all together. And if you don't, that's totally fine. So how many counts are in the Egyptian? 4, right? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many count is there in Arabic? 2, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. How about a choo-choo? 1, 1, 1, 1. What about a shimmy step? 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, right and left, right and left. Cool. So you would never start on the left in this style. I know it's like, but my left is a perfectly good side. It's my favorite. But it's just, you know, it's just not on the agenda for today. Yeah, cool. Sweet. So I'm going to start the music for you. Everybody's good? Cool. Ooh, it's getting dark here, buddies. Things are happening. Okay. Boom. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Love it. Really get the really feel the beat in the feet. Yes. Keep on going for your last minute. I'm going to play triples on finger cymbals. You can hear they're on the recording as well. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. They have them turned down in this recording, but I can still hear them playing in the background. More seconds. Yeah. I loved it. Let's get our hands in front, and we're going to clap our hands in front and behind. I can't always touch my hands behind because my shoulders are so tight, so don't feel sad if yours don't touch. Sure. Yeah, and then we're going to go overhead, behind, overhead, behind, just getting some motion in them. Yeah. And we're going to do front, back, overhead, behind, and front, and back, overhead, and behind. We're the best, right? We're hired. Groovy. And then hands down and just drop, drop, drop. That was great, you guys. I loved it. So we're just going to go over right now what the cues are, yeah, for switching into the different movements, and just give you one choice for what to do with the arms. And then I'm going to set you up again, upper body and lower body, and we're going to give it another minute by yourself. Yeah? So what is the cue that we're going to do Egyptian? What happens with the arms? Where do they have to be for Egyptian? Oh yeah, dude, overhead. Here we are. So you're going to pull with the elbow as the head comes forward, right? So they're in dynamic opposition. And then you'll see as people get used to this move and they do it for a long time, it first looks like they're just like, it gets really muffly over time. But really it's you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Pull, 5, pull, 5. You should get this, right? This, right? Yeah, that's it, right? Like, yeah. And so that pull with the elbow, when we start to add the half turn, it's really important because that's where you get like your like you know what I mean? Like to get you around quick is that pull between the elbow and the hip. So the more you can be clear that you're pulling here, because that will help you be able to turn on that foot. Yeah? Cool. So that's the cue for the Egyptian. Right? It's hands overhead, and you just start to pull with the ball, follow the foot, pull the elbow back. What if I want to do Arabic? What do I have to do with my hands? Plunge. Yeah. Now they can either plunge from overhead, or if you were in a shimmy, if you pull them to your heart and you plunge, you just cued it too. Yeah. So it's the pushing. You can push from a couple different heights, but it's still the same. Yeah. It's the push that means we started it. And then you could have your hands up high. There are a couple different positions your arms can be in for Arabic, but let's just keep it simple for this, and we'll just cue it and then leave them up, because then they're ready to do Egyptian if you pull your elbow. You know what I mean? So just keep it simple for now for you. Yeah. But you do know that we can do arm variations with the Arabic. We can do all of those arm sweeps at the chest and at the full length of the body, because we can rotate that movement forward, backward, in both directions. So very versatile, although only with the right movement. So super. And then choo-choo. What is the cue for the choo-choo? Single arm sweep. Yep. Single arm sweep. And again, you could come from overhead. You could come from your heart, but you got to get your other hand over your head. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to have one hand up, and the one arm is sweeping, and it's sweeping. That's it, right out toward that bouncing hip. Right. That's the cue. Yep. Cool. Shimmy step. That's it. Arms up. Yep. So you want to have your elbows right up at your shoulder height when we are doing the Gwazi shimmy, which is that flat-footed shimmy. We have some variations on this because we've done some other ones, but let's just keep it simple for today because we're just working on the transition. The transition will be the same. Do you know what I mean? Like for the Gwazi, just that your elbows are a little bit down and your hands are in and you're flat. But that's not really super important to the plan, right? The hips are still da-da-da, 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 up and up, up and up, up and up, up and up. Yeah. And it's just really push off the ground, up and up, up and up, up and up, up and up. Let them bounce. Yeah. Yep. I promise, y'all gonna get it. Yeah. It just takes like a little forgetting about it. Do you know what I mean? Like this is the sort of move that needs a cocktail. Do you know what I mean? Like you need to really like the harder you work on this one, the more you think about it, like the worse it gets. And then you're like, right? Like, and it just gets weird. Yeah. Push your foot into the ground and just go up and up. Yeah. Up and up. So every step, it's like little stomp, up and up, up and up, up and up, up and up. Yeah. And really like the less energy, think more about like swinging. Like if you think nice thoughts about the back of your thighs and your tush and that they look awesome and you would like them to like, swing back and forth and look super, like imagine that you've got like a long tail, like a horse, right? And you're like, ugh, right? That's the energy, right? It's just coming up off the ground, a nice casual, easy sway. Yeah? We're good with all that? Cool. I'm going to put music on, and you're going to cue yourself. Don't have to worry about anyone else, right? All by yourself. Let's do it. Maximum again. We're just going to keep it simple. Same song. Boop. From Bellydance, Fast Moves, produced by Fat Chance Bellydance. Yeah. You could, of course, use any of your rhythm CDs at home for this kind of practice. You just want to make sure that you understand the rhythm structure, yeah? We're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Loved it. Bravo, bravo. You all looked excellent. Let's stretch your arms out. Yep. I know it's really taxing. Deltoid in the back. Yeah. Just gonna arm across, our toes, wiggle your fingers. Let your arms push away from you while you pull it back in toward you. I don't like to be masked. I'm like the worst. Yeah. Right. And pull your fingers. And back to center. That looks really good. Does everybody feel like they have enough information to practice? Yeah. So I really think that that's when you can break through. You know what I mean? Like to the other side, like when you feel like you have enough information that you can practice. Because for a while, it's like, I'm not really sure that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really sure how this like sort of starts or ends or, so. Yeah.
Are we doing the arms change in the end of the first step or the beginning of the next one?
It is the guy. Yes.
So like
So,
one chapter or
it's part of the new foot. It happens on the 1. Yeah. And hand overhead and pull the elbow. Yeah. And it will start to be that it's so quick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we'll get so fast at it that it will seem like it's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, go ahead and wrap your hands around. If you can, you're going to get a hold of your fingers and just use your shoulder blades. So I'm going to lead you guys, yeah, through the 4 patterns. We're just going to go around and around and around in a little circle. Yeah, and then we'll take a break and we'll play the finger symbols. You okay? Or your shoulders freaking out? Oh, okay. I thought you were stuck there. We were going to have to like slowly undo your fingers. Cool. So I'm going to lead for about 2 minutes, and then we will stop and put on our finger symbols. If you, because you have your sound turned off on the video, if you want to play your finger symbols now, nothing to stop you. Yeah? So you could start early on finger symbol practice or wait for us to join you. Here we go. Yeah. So that all, I hope, feels okay? Cool. So let's put some finger symbols on. And we're going to play finger symbols to one of my all-time favorite songs we use for belly dancing class. This is Natasha Atlas doing I Put a Spell on You. And she is of Egyptian descent, but she lives in London. She's part of this band called Trans Global Underground. So she's like an electronic music person from way back. And I have a friend who speaks Egyptian Arabic, and there's a part in the song where she says, I'm going to say this terribly, Anasahartek, yeah, because you're mine. And he's like, hey, that means in Egyptian Arabic, I put a spell on you. And I was like, hey, dude, that's what the song's called. So, so just in case you were wondering, this is this is a hot tip from Leslie to you. If you ever have any song, it doesn't matter who your audience is. If there's anything in the song that is not in English, make sure you check with somebody what they are saying before you take it on the road. Yeah? Cool. And in this case, she's just saying the name of the song, but I had a Russian song I used to really enjoy performing with, and I would use it for class. I never took it on the road, but it was on the soundtrack for a really kind of, I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I had a bunch of Gogol Bordello and a bunch of other kind of Eastern European fun punk rocky music, and the whole song was about having sex in the hot tub when your parents are out of town. It was like teenagers like having a party at their house and like getting into a bunch of trouble at home. And I was like, oh, hey, good thing I didn't put this on the circus school playlist, because it's not a secret from everyone. It's just only me that doesn't speak Russian. So someone's gonna. Anyway, we're gonna play triples on the finger cymbals, and we're only gonna do it for a couple minutes. I want to give you guys the option to start walking, and so like what I would like to see with your walking is I would like to see you stepping, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't care if you put the da 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 da. You could add a shimmy walk on top of it if you wanted. Or you can also challenge yourself, right? Like if you want to try in your place to do things or to do it with the walk, that's totally fine. Some of these things are tricky to move with. But if once you've got your plan going and you feel like you're on a roll and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, if you could start walking just to add motion, sweet. And once you feel like you've got that you can play and walk around, then you can put all your foot patterns in too. Yeah. Cool. I'll let you choose your own adventure on this. Here comes Natasha Atlas. This is Saidi. In a second, it's going to kick in. Yeah, which is very similar to Bellydance. It's from the same region of the Upper Nile in Egypt, but instead of having 2 dooms, right in the front, they're in the back. It's coming. Right, so it's doom tech, doom doom tech, doom tech, doom doom tech, doom tech, doom doom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. We got 5, 4, 3. Yeah! That is the best cymbal playing we have done. Yeah, that was very, very good. That was very, very good. I was dazzled. Yes, yes, you just got to get on the beat. You know what I mean? You just got to get on the beat, and then everything else is going to happen to you. You know what I mean? Like, and something, there's so much stuff going on with this dance. Something has to be on autopilot, and it should be this. Do you know what I mean? Like, right now, it's taking all of our brain space to play finger cymbals, but it's just going to drone. Do you know what I mean? Like, and we're going to get it. So, we're going to talk. This is our last. What? We have 10 minutes left, and I have a brand new song I bought extra special for us to practice with. It is by a band called Solace. And the song is called Blood, Oil, Gold. Great. So why I wanted to get this song extra special for this class today is what this song does is it goes from slow to fast, back to slow, and back to fast. Yeah? So the difference between going from slow to fast and fast to slow, it's just listening for the musical changes. Yeah? And you have to finish whatever you were doing and go there with confidence, and that's it. Yeah? So I'm going to take us from a slow move into fast, and then back to slow, and then we're going to stop. Yeah? And then you're going to do it by yourself. Yeah? So what is the secret to changing from one slow move to another slow move? Finishing them, right? You have to finish them. You have to be recentered. You have to be like, do you know what I mean? Like you need your balance, you need your recentered, you need to be completed with the movement that you were doing. So excited.
Seems to happen at the end of class.
They're talking about us.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, it got dark here. You have to turn on the light. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yes! Magic! You got back somehow. Sweet. Okay. The song, if you guys lose me, you're in charge of practicing by yourselves. I want you to go from slow to fast and back to slow again. And the song is by a band called Solace. It's SOLACE, Blood, Oil, Gold. It's available on the internet. It's on Apple Play and it's on Spotify.
Oh, she's out of there. Okay.
Can you hear music now?
Oh,
All right.
Up, Heather.
Half, yeah, to try and change by yourself. Does that seem good? Yeah, if you want to play finger symbols off, we don't hear you. So if you want to play finger symbols, I approve of this message. Yeah. Ooh, and the live stream's being me, and it puts a little note up here that says, no music, you don't have permission for this song. Whatever. Cool. So, perfect. Did that make sense? Yeah. And so that was like really, that was a whole thing, right? And then we start to add in half turns and we got fancy. So next week, what we're going to do is week 12. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use all of this work on transitions. We're going to use all of our cool work with footwork, and we're going to make a little piece, a little performance piece. Yeah, we're going to do the entrance, we're going to make a chorus, we're going to have some duets and trios, and we're just going to practice. Yeah. And if anybody feels inspired and they want to dance on September 12th at the, it's called Spasm. It's got such an attractive name. It's South A for Anna, no meaning A. People's outdoor thing. They have got a shipping container that they are posing as our stage, which is a $3 Rainier Beer Garden. I approve of this message. So anybody that wants to do it, if there are 3 people that want to dance, we'll do it with you. Yeah, yeah, so these are literally my homies. They are literally my neighbors, and they have this event, and it's every month. So I think it's nice for us to have something to aim toward and something fun to wear our pretty things to. And I have no attachment at all to if anyone performs now or ever. Yeah, so please don't feel like any push from me at all. It's really like, it's meant to be fun. If it's not joyful and fun, then you can come watch. You can do something different with your day, anything you want. Yeah. Cool. All right, give it a try by yourselves. And next week, we're going to practice like doing stuff. Wing. Here comes the slow tunes. Practice your 3 slow moves, yeah? Knock it out of the park. You are all fabulous. Come on over. Let's say goodbye. It's 8:01. You guys nailed it. Slow to slow, fast to fast, slow to fast, fast to slow. Goodbye, friends. It was so fun to let's practice for our big shoe, right, on the 12th, or just for funs, yeah? So good to see you all. Yay! Everybody looks so great. I'm so excited about us. And I really think that on, so is it the 14th? A lot of you could be playing finger doodles with the 3/4 foot patterns. You know what I mean? Like it can happen. It's just a matter of putting the time in and just doing a little bit of practice, yeah? So if you want to, that's totally fine. And if you want to keep your life casual, that's also fine. Yeah. We'll see you guys later. No
Hi,
class.
Leslie. Thank you.
Yeah, we have Wednesday off. No
Great.
class until the 16th. Yeah. Groovy. Bye, buddies. Oh, you want to see the thing on the wall? I forgot to take you with that. Yeah. We set up these like cool. How cool is this? So they're no, because I didn't put you far enough. You see how they're on the wall? Hold on. I'm gonna put it on speaker view.
I do not see how cool it is.
Kind of fun, right?
Yeah. I didn't turn off cameras to get things moving a little more, but yeah, then, oh well.
Oh well. It was fun. I had a good
It was
time.
fun. And I needed to move. So
Wait. Love you too, Heather.
Is she still recording? Anyway.
Nope.
Nope. There it is.